The written wisdom of Rush Limbaugh has blessed millions of Americans. You can find some of that wit and wisdom on the James Hendricks Show. Live, hey everybody, deep from Harlan, West Texas. I am so sorry I didn't come to you earlier today like I had planned, but well, accident circumstances. I got a call from a friend I kind of lost touch with, and she told me about this survey where you go in 8 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock at night. And I would have to furnish my own ride. And she said, you Jimmy, you could be paid. You could be well paid. And I saw the information that she sent me. I mean, come on. My pre-law training in political science, I read that, divided it like a science. I was like, that's a crock. And the thing was, I canceled attendance at my Toastmasters meeting for tomorrow, and to see some of the disclaimers. One of them is, according to this company, you go into their survey, you have to go by the COVID background. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and vent. I'm gonna go ahead and say what I see is wrong right now in America. We have a cult of godlessness surrounded here, okay? A cult of godlessness provided by this reactive liberal culture. There's this news article, don't rightly know the source, but it's on Google News. Florida, there's this religious sect. We'll just say Judeo-Christian. I'm not going to give too much of the information because, it's reactive enough. It's enough to make me mad. They are suing Florida for violations of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act due to their restrictive abortion laws. Religion? Trying to fight the sanctity of life? And Judeo-Christian? One of my sister podcasts I work on with, the Strenuous Life Radio, we did a series recently this month called The 10 Commandments. And one of those commandments is thou shalt not kill. And yet these godless, reactive people in the name of religion are taking Florida to court for violations of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Can you believe this? Can you believe the dissent? The dissent that we are, people claiming their woke crap in the name of religion. And people think, well, it's all started by Karl Marx. Well, I did some things through my crack research staff. Marx is influenced by George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, studying at the University of Berlin. People understand. One of the well-known quotes of Karl Marx is this: religion is the opiate of the masses. People, wake up. You have to understand, Marxism is not the answer. This is a descent into godlessness, okay? This is a descent into godlessness. And the news media and some political opponents on both sides, they keep this going, this COVID, Gen 6. Spare me this cyclical, reactive BS. Okay? And the only reason why I'm not suspending operations here in the James Hendrick Show is I want to try to give y'all some hope. Here's another article from the New American. Texas GOP states Biden's election illegitimate. Well, I have to be honest with you. That doesn't surprise me. I was talking to my best friend, Father Michael. And he said, Jimmy, there is no way that Biden won that election. When you look at all the red across the map. I said, you're right. Arizona. Arizona is a border state. They don't typically go liberal as far as I know. But, well, according to the lamestream reactive media, they went for Biden. How cheesy is that? How cheesy is that? People are angry. People are fed up. Okay, inflation is the top issue. Gas prices on the rise. And yet Biden officials say, well, there's nothing we can do. Yes, you can. Reopen oil production. Reopen the Keystone pipeline. You know what I think? This COVID guidelines BS. I'm convinced that these woke companies want to keep that going. COVID. And if they can't keep COVID going, it's Gen 6. Give me a dang break. Nobody is watching the January 6 hearings. Nobody, especially around here in Texas, are buying all this BS. And if they are, they're being influenced. Okay, this brings my Italian blood to a boil, okay? I have to say what's on my mind. We have a cult of godlessness. A cult of godlessness where government officials, these academic types and bureaucrats, try to manipulate every move. They've done it since COVID. Who knows if they're going to try again? Oh, get this. Here's another article from CBN News. Pro-abortion protesters wearing fake blood and carrying dolls to Amy Coney Barrett. And people say, oh, you pro-life people, you guys are violent. How about what you guys are doing? All we want to do is protect life. We live in a cult of godlessness. A cult of woke America. And it's time for us to wake up. Okay? You look at the entertainment, you look at the entertainment media. I haven't watched hardly any of the series on the streaming services because so much of it is liberal propaganda. You know, there's this YouTube channel guy named Bubba. He did a song called "Everything Is Gay in June" because it seems like, with these liberals, they go, oh, it's Gay Pride Month in June. Well, then let's teach our kids that if you want to be gay or whatever, let's teach you that it's okay, young kids. Come on, people. Wake up. Now, one thing I'm grateful for is that hopefully the next few days, I will have toned down what I've had to say. But I see what I see. And it's a cult of godlessness. And I tell you something, it makes me sick. It makes me sick that Christians in America have remained silent instead of speaking out the truth. Last week I was listening to Point of View radio talk shows, and there was a survey by Barna. And the survey was based on this, this, what I had said, I believe yesterday, about how you survey these kids, nowadays, and they don't know what a moral dilemma is. And that's sad. Because it's Gen X. I knew what a moral dilemma was, what an ethical dilemma was. I was taking a philosophy ethics course. And we had to write this little small paper. Interview a certain subject in our lives about a moral ethical dilemma that they did. And I remember I was freshly married at the time. I was married to my ex-wife for about 1.5 years. And I asked her what big ethical dilemma she's had to face. And what I heard just really blew me away. How she stole a dulcimer. And some money here and there. And so, we are in serious trouble, America. We have got to start waking up. And waking up now. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and receive most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and be proactively informed. Hopefully tomorrow I will be in a much better mood with some better news. Take care and God bless.